Yeah, you know what? This is absolutely perfect. All I had to do was change my video encoder. I did not need to restart my computer to install some updates, but I would have had to anyways. So we're an hour late, and we're now doing a Final Fantasy XIV stream, according to a community poll vote from YouTube. I was like, what do I want to do on Friday now that I finished Yoshi's Island? Do I want to start a new Let's Play, or do I want to go back to continue more Final Fantasy? And the poll is decided. So I think what I had set in progress last time is having to do more of the Marauder quests. An old comrade of Wern Zones, now in the employ of Master Gegaruju of Costa del Sol, has sent an urgent call for reinforcements, and the Axemaster believes you to be the only marauder up to the task. Travel to Costa del Sol and rendezvous with your guildmate, Sulkwib. And I think this is the part where you get to learn a new, like, ability. Soul of the Warrior. We're gonna have to see how that works. Yeah, God, I can finally play the game at fluid frames. All I had to do was change the fucking encoder. That's what I should have done. And I feel like that's gonna be the same thing when I change to Elgato settings. Can I actually... Whoop. There we go. Brygarn, ever the sight for sore eyes. A nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area of late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight. Why, even the best men that Master Gegaruju could find themselves no match for the creatures. Word has it that the beasts have been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I would send you there to investigate the cause behind their burgeoning numbers. I guess we have to fight some turtles now. Well, now that I actually have, yeah, now that I have a chocobo with me, I can, I could do some, very fast-paced... I can jump now. Okay. I can do some fast-paced walking. Also, I don't know if I noticed that the turning animation looks slightly different. I was gonna say, is this... This is a fate. Fell Demon. Level 34, sync. I think I would have to remember I had to kill some turtles here. Oh. That guy is not right in the head right now. Oh, he's bringing in some animatoises. That guy is not right in the head. Oh dear. Ugh, damn it all. Brygarn, we must see to these beasts. Here we go. Fight some turtles. So we know what to do. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, geez, are they actually that weak? Hang on. No, they actually are that weak. Okay. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, there's some more coming. And I can just do a... And I can just do this, right? Oh, some bloodshore bells. There we go. Alright, that should take care of that. Seven hells. There's no end to them. Prepare to fall back. I'll see to the shuttlebacks. You whelps just try not to end up as turtle grub. Thanks. I've not seen it's like in... Brygon, we must do what we can. Okay, it's a bigger adamant toys. Well, let's just hope I'm seeing like my volumes, Raise Noto, not a Chalone. Oh god. Oh, I got it covered. Wait, I think Sulkwib is in danger. Yeah. Sulkwib is in danger. Ugh. There we go. I want to see if I can actually kill this guy. Sulkwib, you're doing all right? All right, let me help you out again. I have to learn to be a tank. I gotta protect my friends. All right, perfect. And done. We did it. Duty has been completed. That should send them scuttling back to their nests. You can call me Curious Gorge. One remark about the name and I'll rip your ugly heads from your shoulders and suck the marrow out of your twitching spines. You two are guards from Costa del Sol, I reckon. Not as much, or not as such. We are of the Marauders Guild, sent here by Axemaster Wernzone to assist in the defense. I am Sulkwib, and this is my comrade, Brygon. From the guild, you say? Well, blow me down and call me a boggy. Had you told me sooner, I'd have introduced myself with proper respect. You're Brygon, right? We've only just met, but I see in you a strength not found in ordinary men. What say you unleash the beast within and become a warrior with me? A warrior, you say? So it was you I saw, brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to the sands of time. Lost? Ha ha ha! Perhaps in these parts, but where I come from, the way the warrior is alive and well. My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. Yet our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and this is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you, Brygon? If you would walk the path of the warrior with me, seek me out at Hidden Falls. I forgot I'm a little bit shirtless in that outfit. Alright, so we would be able to change our class into a warrior if we continue. The warriors of old. We have all heard the tales, but never once did I dream that I would meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago it was said there was a young marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might that be this Curious Gorge? Is it like Curious George? I cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there can be no denying the display of strength we saw today, nor that he has taken a liking to you, Brygarn. This could be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls, was it? Were I in your boots, I would head off there without delay. Okay. So that would be... Oh. That's just north from here. Actually, would it be... Okay, yeah. That would be just lower from the falls. Yeah, I'm actually glad I'm finally able to get this game to work. So it's actually using CPU usage. Oh dear. Was it like that? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep it like that. The shadows really messed up my cutscenes before. Hey, here you are. I knew you would come, Brygarn. Let us begin. Any man can take up an axe and call himself a marauder, but to become a true warrior, he must prove he can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. This is like watching that Knuckles TV series. Only this is probably a little bit better. Still, I kind of like that show, to be honest. It was funny. I witnessed your battle with the turtles, and I must say that I was impressed. You have proven yourself far more worthy of this than I could have imagined. In your hands lies the soul of the warrior, a crystal within which the deeds of 1,000,000 warriors from history are recorded. For countless generations, the soul has been passed on to those in my tribe who chose the path of the warrior, to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the runes will resonate, further empowering your will and granting you such strength as you never thought possible. Today, there is a cause for celebration, my friend, for through you, I have ensured that my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet, however earnestly I pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I style myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountains before my training was complete. And while I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors, detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the texts. Yet there may still be hope. For there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teachings of the tribe, and can read the tome, my brother. Oh no, it's his brother. Without him, I fear there is a little more I can teach you at this time, but that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the chronicles, nor shake my belief that further secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Until then, I ask that you use the knowledge I passed on to you, and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that it may endure the strain of future burdens. Good luck, my friend. Yeah, look at that. The soul of the warrior. Unlocks the armory. Oh, yeah, it unlocks the next level. Okay, next warrior quest will be available upon reaching level 35. Okay. So I have to change my job now. You have attained a soul crystal. Soul crystals are required to change from your current class to a more specialized job. Each job has its own crystal and arms which can be equipped via the armory chest. While using a job, you will have limited access to actions from other classes. You will, however, have access to new specific actions. Job levels coincide with those of the base class. When a job level rises, so too does the level of the base class and vice versa. Jobs that do not have a base class, however, will start from the level required to unlock them, and their level can be raised independently of other classes and jobs. So I did just get like a level 2 of my current class, which is Marauder. So I think under character, armory chest. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Upon the surface of this multi-aspected crystal are carved the myriad deeds of warriors from eras past. Ooh. Okay. So this is transferring my job from a marauder to a warrior. By changing your job, you may carry over the hotbar and crossbar settings. Okay. As the actions from Marauder may also be used when playing Warrior, transferring these settings will allow you to readily play in a similar fashion. But it doesn't seem like I can use the moves yet unless I level up or something. Unless I do the quests. Welcome back, my friend. I see that you have not neglected your training. For my part, I feel that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people is proving to be a much more demanding task than I imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I have been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favor, and it's taken me back and forth across the realm like some bloody fairy. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I have spent in pursuit of the beast is time I have not spent studying the chronicles, and I'm sorry to say I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the seven hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces from Abalathia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power that it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage in the Chronicles concerned the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, though I have only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far. Still, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here. We could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people to the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of the ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still stall. Eorzea is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. It may be that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine, but I have rambled long enough. You are here to take the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. In the southern reaches of Thanalan is the Sogoli Desert, a god-forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the Dune lurks, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. Oh, so like the sandworms in 10? I could just like play golf with them. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble hacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within, and summon forth a strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you'll have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The Yu tribe that inhabits Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the desert. Should you want for guidance, I'd wager they could set you in the right direction. All right. The Leviathan of the Dunes saw that fearsome bugger not a week ago, preying on the group of merchants south of Byregod's strike. The smart ones dropped their wares, turned tail and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they could say they died rich. That should be like a special diet. Eat the rich. Save the poor. Rob the poor to fuck the rich. Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for their tracks, then run about making as such a clamor as possible. I would also just suggest you seek a cure for your madness. Well, sorry, I have an important job to do. This is important madness. I've seen the beast. Stands three moms high, he does, and stirs up sandstorms with each writhe and wriggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago, and has been swallowing up my would-be prey in that gaping maws of his ever since. So now, I have to slay this thing. It's all the way on the other side of this desert, so... Ooh. Seems like those things didn't make it out alive. Well, time to go hunt a sandworm. Wait, those are sandworms. Oh, but they're probably like smaller sandworms. I mean, I could hunt with them. I am still trying to farm more fates. I did think that like fates are an easy way to level up in this game. Especially around like the same level as you are. I do remember trying to do like a duty roulette. Trying to do some experience and like points and stuff. And the one that I ended up with, if I could find it. The one that I ended up with in duty roulette is this one, the Sunken Temple of Karn. And it was a scary ass dungeon. It's like one of the optional ones you can do. But it was scary as hell. Like, there was like one mid-boss in that dungeon that like killed almost all of us at once. And then like, as I journeyed through that dungeon even further, it was like I had to solve puzzles if I want to progress. Which I didn't know it actually worked like that. I'm wondering if I have to kill this Sundrake in order to awaken it. No. Oh, there he is. Okay. So, I just have to kill this sandworm. He doesn't seem that strong. Although, I'm like at level 40, so... It doesn't even look that big, too. I thought they would be like much bigger than I remembered. Yeah, it's dead. The warriors... Did I read that? Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go back to Curious Gorge. Curious Gorge, I have arrived. With the head of it. Ah, Brygon, your crystal grows ever stronger. In felling the raging sandworm, the beast within you slowly but surely rouses to wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you will find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you have mastered your new talents, return to me. In the meanwhile, I shall continue my study of the ancient texts. Right, I get to do Inner Beast and the Beast Within. It increases Beast Gauge when landing Maim or Storm's Path in a combo. Oh, so that's how that works. Huh. Is that like stat boosts? My fucking oven mitts. Yeah, let's see. Go to actions. Is this an attack? Oh, cool. Here's my beast gauge. Oh, so the beast gauge changed. That's what it was. It was like this before with the Defiance. But now I have this. It's updated. The beast gauge displays the current strength of the warrior's wrath. This animalistic rage is required to execute several select actions such as Inner Beast and Steel Cyclone, acquired at level 45, and will grow weaker upon using them. Using certain actions will increase the beast gauge. Ooh, I love it. Be likey. Oh, I see it now. I see like a number 50 in this this move here. It comes with a cost for the beast gauge, so if I have at least 50 points in this bar, I can use this move to deliver a potency. Okay, I understand that now. Curious Gorge goes to Wineport. Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly. But it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in, Bregarn. Ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable. Both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it. Or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history. Nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. While I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the company of heroes, and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a pawns of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Brygarn, we will win back our proud name. Now let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. So, Wineports? Yep, just easily travel there. Can't wait for this weekend though. I get to play more games. I'm just barely almost finished God of War Ascension. I was like recording a lot of it yesterday, which today is July the 12th. I was recording a lot of it yesterday, and I'm just roughly like 40% or 40%, like 40-ish minutes left of the game. Like I think I'm at chapter 27 and there's like 30 chapters in that game. So I'm like pretty damn close to beating the game already. That game is not that long compared to the Norse God of War, which is like 24 hours. My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what a few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Excuse me. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any manned defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Brygarn, you defend the town from the east. Together, we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to pick up the captain. Got it? Okay, so we're just protecting the guards. Or protecting. No, it has to be in this location. You motherfucker. Oh, okay, so I get like 30 points if I successfully do a 1-2-3 combo. Yeah, you can definitely see me flaming because I have a beast within me. Ah, there you are. All right, let's see about this attack. Oh. Is that it? I think it was literally just like a swoop upwards. Okay. That was it. Oh no, there's more. Okay. Oh, even the Restless Harrier is trying to attack me. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't really do a lot of damage. I think it just increases enmity. Oh, I'm actually low on health. Hang on. Do I have any potions? Yeah, that like third combo attack is like, oh god. Oh, I see. Oh god. I don't really have like high potions with me. Okay. Hit him, please. Thank you. Yeah, it only just does like that much damage. I don't know if like that does anything different to what Storm's Path does. But at least I'm getting the job done. Yeah, there we go. Hello, my good militia captain. The duty has been done. Thank the 12 you're safe. We have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. One just like... Ah! I love their screams. Oh. Oh. You monster! Get away! Monster? But I... Come no closer, Brigarn. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. I can definitely see the consequences of using that. It makes you feel aggressive, even though friends can be foes. So that's why he was like that earlier. Is because of the beast within. I feel like he hasn't honed into it as he used to be. He's getting more and more angrier, like a monster. Which is probably gonna hurt himself more than those around him. Whatever has gotten into Curious Gorge? 'Tis true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for a very beast he hunts. Methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. I kind of wish this wasn't like nighttime wasn't so dark. But I guess it's also because of the lighting that I have outside. It is gonna get like pretty disgusting over the weekend, but I do want to go to this Riv Fest at Dundas Square over the weekend. I want to try out some good ass ribs, or I wonder if they do like pulled pork. I swear, like I'm gonna get some really good ribs when I get there. Brigarn, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Brygarn. It sparkles. Oh. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me, as they did my brother. Well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and you your training. I hope to have something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Alright, we got Mithril Tempest. So that's a combination with Overpower. We got like 2 combination attacks now. That's good. I'm wondering too if I like have to... Yeah, Mithril Tempest. It doesn't look like it requires... Yeah, it looks like it doesn't actually require Beast Gauge to do this. So if I use Overpower and then use Tempest, delivers an attack with a potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. How much of a range is that? Oh, it's 5 yards. Grant Surging Tempest, increasing damage dealt by 10%. Huh. Well, I don't have Surging Tempest yet, but when I do... Dosette appears to have caught scent of something. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle-trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Lukwalot over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. Yes, I want my bird to battle. Just gets like so dark in some places, it kind of bothers me. Hello. Greetings, adventurer. Is there something you need? You wish to have your chocobo trained in combat? This is no small request you make. Riding your bird is one thing. Asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Well, I have no choice. To begin, we'll need a bunch of Geishel greens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. Okay, so I do have to actually pick up some greens. I was wondering where you could get some. I think I do have some. Yeah, I do. But it looks like I'm going to need an actual fresh bunch in this garden. It really just looks like a giant piece of cabbage. Yeah. I just really needed a fresh bunch. Here we go. Have you... Have you got the stuff? Did you get the greens? Hell yeah, brother. That's a good shit. Superb. Then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond to Geishel greens. They'll love leafy vegetables so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you. And then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You will find that your chocobo innately responds to the number of general commands. Give your bird an order, and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Four Temps family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it is not enough to merely hear about practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Geishel greens and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The brood ziz that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of Geishel greens on your person at all times. Our resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. Here we go. Now we can do companions. So in addition to riding him, you can also summon your chocobo to fight alongside you. To do so, you will first require a bunch of Geishel greens. Their favorite can be purchased in stores. Simply use the greens, chocobos gain experience points, and grow just as you do in combat. But they can only fight in the same places in which they can be ridden. When traveling the world alone, your feathered companion may turn the tide when fighting enemies of a comparable level. Okay. So, where is the hunting grounds that I do it for? Sorrel Haven. Okay. That's like a little over 2 around the corner. I think I just need to get off of him. There we go. Oh, look, he's got a set of armor. That's cute. All right, let's see. Ordering your chocobo. Once summoned to battle, your chocobo will remain with you for 30 minutes. Or until he suffers injuries grievous enough to make him flee. To give your companion orders, use the commands located under orders in the action and traits interface. To order your chocobo to auto-attack, simply select free stance. You can dismiss your companion at any time by selecting the command withdraw. Use another bunch of Geishel greens to summon your steed again. Okay. I get it. Okay. So, orders. Do free stance here. Attacker stance. Defender stance. Healer stance. And withdraw. And follow. Alright. Now, go hunt those bees. I said, go hunt those bees. Oh, now, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Did it help? Okay. So it only attacks if I'm attacking. Okay. Yeah, it only attacks if I'm attacking as well. I see how it is. All right, then. Now, does it gain experience? I need to see if it's actually doing it. I'm just going to let myself auto-attack as well because I'm over-leveled. Have to do another. Order your companion to focus on more offensive maneuvers, using only actions learned from the attacker's skill tree. Oh, there's skill trees for your chocobo. Okay. Yo, my chocobo killed it. Dude. Yeah, popcorn gains 10 experience points. Alright. That is so cool. Saddlebag? Oh. Oh. I can actually have more inventory space. A saddlebag for your chocobo is now available. This spacious sack can be used as a supplement to your normal storage, which features allowing for the simple transfer of items between the saddlebag and your personal and retainer inventories. Your chocobo companion does not need to be summoned to access the saddlebag. However, It cannot be opened while in an instance dungeon. So be sure to move items required on raids to your normal inventory before commencing the duty. Yo, I get some more inventory space. Well, seeing as I actually managed to organize my inventory, I don't really think I need to right now. What I want to check is my stats for my chocobo. Okay. Oh, right, companion. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So these are my stats. Skill trees. I think I need to be at least like level 1 to do this. Do I want to actually do that? Do I want to give it some more training? I want to at least be like level 1. Let's go. As your chocobo's rank increases, he will learn skill points. These points can be used to acquire new companion-specific actions and traits. There are 3 different skill trees you can choose for your chocobo: defender, attacker, and healer. When your chocobo acquires his first skill from any of these trees, he will also learn that tree's stance. Activating the defender stance will turn your chocobo into a defensive-minded stalwart. The attacker stance will transform your chocobo into an offensive force. And finally, the healer stance will have your chocobo focus on restoring your HP rather than participating in battle. Ooh, that'll be nice. How you choose your chocobo's skill points is entirely up to you, but remember, once an action or trait has been purchased, that purchase cannot be undone. Think about how you wish to use your chocobo in battle and choose its path of progression wisely. This is so cool. Alright, so... Choco Slash, Choco Regen, or Choco Drop. Sure. I like the attacker stance. I could also do, like, other stuff, too. This is so cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to report back to Luqualot. So instead of me wanting to, like, have my chocobo into a racer, like, I did also practice some racing when I was at the Gold Saucer. It was fine, but I think I needed to train my chocobo a bit more to be more faster. Because it definitely seemed like it was going to be harder if you, like, just start out. I thought that looked like a Char Cadet for some reason. So, you have successfully negotiated your first few battles with your chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring, fighting with your feathered companion? Your chocobo can make up for your shortcomings or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you will come to find the approach that serves you best. Before I forget, I have one last parting gift. A saddlebag for your chocobo. Carrying Gaisho greens can be quite cumbersome, after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well in your travels. Saddlebag. Supplementary storage can be accessed by selecting Chocobo Saddlebag. And done. That's right, we changed it to companies, right? And also we're trying to find this shady person. Shadow of Darkness. Minfilia would have to investigate the mysterious La Habrea. The La Habrea tar pits? I am afraid there is no rest for the weary, Brygarn. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Asian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Asians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be a reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effects that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Brygarn. Nods in agreement. Alright. Time to search for this guy. Speak with Swift at the Hall of Flames. Yeah, and like before I get into any fighting, I'm gonna have to like send my Chocobo out to do so. Swift. The masked man. Ah, you were come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about Eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago. Slain by a marauding horde of Kaikern. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folks are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru, or Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Bridge. Ooh, okay. You think it will take us to a new area of the map? Like, we have yet to go, like, outside of Eorzea. Oh, I think I see how it is, too. I did see that my Chocobo's level was at level 42. I think it's at the same level as mine. So once I do level up, and then my Chocobo is going to level up too. It's only like increasing levels in skill points. Which is probably a good thing. Hey, buddy. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Alright, I guess we'll have to wait. Hybrid times. It gives us salmon pink dye. Can we just like wear a bunch of salmon? When the Order of Nalthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a malm of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares. Spend a bit of coin to help struggling merchant. The masked man? Bah. Thou take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Yeesh, okay. Stubborn ass man. I have to actually go on the bridge here. Holy smokes. See all that down there? That's gotta be like some sort of dungeon down there. No, there's actually someone over here that can tell me.